Today I wanted to share my story of how I became a software engineer, making 6 figures straight out of university at just 22 years old. By the way, if you're new here, my name's Alex and I make videos here in London. Welcome to the vlog. So I wanted to make this video because I know a lot of you guys are either in school or university or even a new graduate, and I always get a lot of questions about software engineering and general career advice. So I wanted to address all that in today's video. A bit of background about me: I studied at Imperial College London from 2018 till 2022, and I graduated with a computer science degree. So that brings me on to what do companies actually look for when looking for a new grad or student to hire for an internship role. So I believe companies are looking for students who have shown their interest and passion in software engineering outside of their university course. And the best way you can do this is by getting a summer internship or doing a personal project over the summer. Right now I'm finishing up on some LeetCode questions and some interview prep study, but after that I'm going to head out to a cafe and then we'll catch up there. Baby, know your price, while you're hanging around the broke, while you waste away your life. Let me show you what could be, baby, rollies and APs. Now welcome to my life, yeah, you know I treat you right. Cause baby, you're priceless, got class and you're timeless. You're out shining bright like the VVS diamonds. No wonder I like it, your vibe and your styling. Yeah, you deserve better, babe, and I'ma provide it. I'm always busy, but girl, be sure I make time for you. I'm a lover boy like Drizzy. We'll fly away down to Sandra Pace, still stuck in my pace on Lizzie's. Go skiing in the Alps in Switzerland to Bondi Beach in Sydney. Now welcome to your ferry. Right, so I just came out of the area that I was studying in because it was a bit too loud. So what internship experiences did I have throughout my time at university? Well, in first year over the summer, I didn't actually get an internship, and I just secured a programming tutor role at a company called Firetech. And that company basically runs summer camps for kids, and they'll tutor them programming like some basic Python or some basic Raspberry Pi stuff. So overall that experience was really fun and enjoyable, and it was something that I could put on my CV for when I applied for second year internships. Fast forward to the summer of second year, and now everyone is trying to find an internship, and that is because this is the final year for you to secure a summer internship to put on your CV in order to get your job in your third year if you're on a bachelor's course, or your 6-month placement if you're on your 4-year course. So now everyone is on a LeetCode grind, and we're all trying to balance university coursework, exams, lectures, and doing interview preparation. So I must have applied to about 15 or 20 companies, and I think I received offers from 2. I narrowly chose one over the other, and I was super excited to work there over the second year summer. However, that is when COVID hit in our last term of second year, and a bunch of people's summer internships was cancelled, including mine. And I was pretty gutted that they just completely shut off the internship, because that was going to be my very first look into the industry and working as a proper software engineer. But the moral of the story is don't give up. So me and my friend, we both secured the same internship, and it was both cancelled due to Corona. So we decided to work on a project together over the summer. So this project, we wanted to make it big and we wanted to make it impactful so we could put it on our CVs to show companies that we're actually interested in software engineering. So a couple things you want to keep in mind when deciding what project you want to do over the summer is: 1, you want to make your project impactful. So companies really like to see numbers on your CV. For example, they might want to see how many users your project helped or affected. And number 2, you want your project to be sufficiently challenging. This means you don't just want to make a simple HTML web page, and ideally you probably want to have some front-end, back-end components. So the project that me and my friend decided to make was this management system for societies run in Imperial. So me and my friend, we actually ran a society in Imperial, and often we'd create events, sell tickets, track them through spreadsheets, and everything was done very manually, and emails had to be sent out by copy-pasting emails. And to solve this issue and reduce the friction of this admin work, me and my friend, we decided to make a web app where you could create events, send out invites, and track payments and track guest lists. All of that stuff, it required database, front end, back end. So what I want to say is don't stress if you didn't find an internship over the summer. Just work on some personal project of your own, and companies really like to see that. Bitch don't need no practice, take over the atlas. I just need that traction, then I break her back, you know, hold her, she a cactus. Clubbing with her back friends, so I don't want no smoke, she gon' smoke to the max, bitch. I just walked in, motherfucker step back, James Harden. You don't want this, little mama, I don't need no practice. Yeah, yeah. So moving on to my third year of university, I was now pretty experienced with interviews and leak code grinds, and this was a time to really lock in and find a really good company to secure the 6-month placement at. So I must have applied to about 15 or 20 companies, tech, finance, all the big name companies, and I received offers from 4 different companies. And the company that I ended up taking the offer from ended up paying a 6-figure salary for my placement. So I was completely over the moon, and I couldn't really believe the salary that they're offering for this internship. So this 6-month placement was going to be my very first experience into the working life of a software engineer. The 6-month placement is a lot more intense than the summer internship, and that is because you've got a lot more time, so they can give you a lot more work and a lot more difficult work. But I found that summer really, really fun. I was making my own money, I was learning a lot. It was interesting work, and I was getting my first insight into what my adult working life would be like. So when you're at an internship or placement, you really want to work hard and get to know the team and the company. And this is because it's a two-way relationship. You want to see if the company is a good fit for you, and the company wants to see if you're a good fit for them. So yeah, then I finished my master's and graduated in 2022. Then I went straight into work at the company I previously did my placement at. So yeah, if you really want to secure a high-paying job for when you graduate university, I strongly recommend building up your CV over the summers at university by doing summer internships or personal projects. I think the personal project I did over the second year was a very big reason why companies were willing to hire me, because I was able to talk about that in a lot of my interviews and demonstrate my passion for software engineering and how it was helpful for others. Alright, so I just finished up doing leak code for the day, and I've now come down to Greenwich Park. The sunset's been really nice these 2 weeks, so I really wanted to get my drone out and capture the sunset.
I hit a new low and stumbled on gold. I want it right now for taking it slow. Never held me down, you dipped in it so. Unlucky for you, I won't let it go. Bitch, you fought with a petty king. I don't do forgiving for a lot of things, yeah. Fuck me over, I'm gonna do that shit right back.
I also wanted to talk about what is the best way to prepare for software engineering interviews. It's actually been a while since I've done an interview myself, just because I've been employed for 3 years now. But I'm going to be going through that soon again, and in the past few years I've actually sat on the other side of the interview and I've been the interviewer. So I have some insight on how to be a good candidate. So an interviewer will generally be scoring an interview candidate on a few things such as technical ability, communication skills, and how well they'll fit the team or company. So it's not just enough to be super smart and ace the technical portion of the interview. You also need to be able to communicate with the interviewer well and get your ideas across to them. So how did I prepare, and how can you prepare for the technical portion of a software engineering interview? Well, basically you need to be grinding out leak code for maybe like a month and a half before your interview date. I like to cover leak code questions in topic order. So for example, 1 week I might be doing dynamic programming, and then I'll do graph traversal. Then I might do some binary search. I feel like if you're juggling multiple concepts in one day, you might be context switching too much, and it might be harder to learn and understand the algorithms. Other than leak code, you're also going to want to brush up on system design. System design part of the interview is when the interviewer will give you a system or application to design, and you want to be able to talk through how you would build out the system, what challenges you need to take into account. They might not give you the entire details of the brief, so you might have to ask them more questions to find out the full requirement. You can look up a lot of system design interviews on YouTube. There's quite a few that I've seen where there'll be 2 people, one is the interviewer and one is doing the system design, and they're really helpful as case studies to learn before your interview.
It's always complicated when there's some things that you need to say. Just blame it on your issues, baby. Know you let a lie just to get by. Keep them chased by my bitch just to get high. Can't entertain it if it ain't a good time. Y'all need to start explaining it a good vibe. And I can count all the times it was all fine, but really you just put your pain in a disguise. Gucci glasses, I can never turn a blind eye. Drink tequila by the liter like it's red wine, yeah. Mix uppers with some downers, I know your heart is.
So if you are looking for a really high-paying software engineering jobs, previously it used to be that trading companies would offer the highest paying salaries for software engineers, which was well above the tech company salary range. But I think nowadays, with how AI has progressed, AI companies as well as trading firm companies are now paying the highest salaries for software engineers. And these are easily over 6 figures. So if you are looking to make 6 figures as a software engineer straight out of university, you probably want to be applying to these top AI companies and trading firms. Anyways, hope you guys got some useful tips and advice from this video, and if you have any more questions, please leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.